Today, we're in the heart of Norfolk. Where's the heart of Norfolk? We're in Ghent, Norfolk. Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dan Inman, and I host this channel, the Living in Coastal Virginia channel, where we cover everything live, work, play, eat, sleep, good, bad, ugly of the coastal Virginia area. Today we're in Norfolk and we're going to be talking about Ghent. If you're new here, my name is Dan Inman and I own and operate Inman Home Services. My wife works on the mortgage side of the business, and we help people just like yourself move in and out of the area. We have people reaching out to us all the time, and we'd love to hear from you as well. Help that make that transition in and out as smooth and easy and painless as possible. All of our contact information should be down below, and as much as we like making this content, we'd love to hear from you. If we've earned it, at the end of this video, please hit that like button. Let us know that we've done a good job and that you enjoy this type of stuff. And if you'd like to see more of this content, you can hit subscribe and the little bell notification, and it'll notify you when new content like this drops twice a week. So where is Ghent in Norfolk? Ghent is everything from like the Norfolk Southern Rail Yard all the way to Monticello, where Dumars is at. It's far south, right along the Belvedere, right before you get to downtown, and as far north as where the railroad tracks are on 23rd Street. And Ghent's really kind of broken down into three main sections. First section would be the furthest west, which would be West Ghent, and that would be everything again from Norfolk Southern Rail Yard all the way to Hampton Boulevard. That's one of the busiest streets in the area. From Hampton Boulevard all the way to Colonial is what's Central Ghent, or just commonly known as Ghent. And then from Colonial all the way to Monticello is what's called Gent Square, or you could even call it East Ghent if you want to. Ghent is easily one of the most desirable areas of all of Norfolk. It's where most of the history is at. It's the oldest part of the city. It has some of the oldest architecture, the oldest homes. It has tons of you know, like I said, history and political pieces that come along with it. And it shows. As you'll see in some of the B-roll here, there are absolutely gorgeous homes in this area. Ghent is obviously, with it being an old city, is designed around more being a walkable city than it is a driving city. So you kind of have, sometimes you have issues with parking or finding parking or paying for parking. There are tons and tons of lots that are only 25 feet wide or just slightly wider than that with no driveways, so you're parking on the street. However, people move to Ghent because it's walkable, because you can walk out your front door, go get a haircut, get groceries, walk the dog. You can go just about anywhere you absolutely need to be on a bike or on your feet. Now, obviously, there are definitely homes throughout the area that do have parking. They have their own yards. They have, you know, 100-foot front lots. But to get into those, you're gonna pay to play in that area. I mean, it starts to getting up there in purchase price. We'll cover pricing here in just a minute. Now, the area is about, I would say, 60% townhomes and condos and a few co-ops in the area. About 30 to 40% is single family. The majority of that single family is right there in the central and the west part of Ghent. Again, you're going to have smaller homes, you know, in the 1,600 square foot range, all the way up to some big mansions in the 5,000 square foot range. But I would say the main reason that people move to Ghent is because it's highly walkable, it's very beautiful, there are tons of green space, lots of old growth trees, super community oriented. I think we saw probably a good half dozen dogs go through this little part in Stockley Gardens is where we're at today filming. There's, you know, they host a arts festival in this little park every single year. It is a really cool community to be in. All right, so what's it take to get into this area price point wise? So like I said, somewhere in the 30–40% range is a single family. All of that, for the most part, is going to be built before the 1950s. The average for the area is around $450,000 to $550,000. You're going to see about an average of 2,500 square feet. Obviously, homes smaller and bigger than that. 3–4 bedrooms, 2–3 baths. Some of these older homes definitely do not have dedicated master bedrooms, meaning like big ensuite with bathrooms. But some of the ones that have been renovated, or the really old ones where you can obviously tell someone poured a lot of money into it, they have incredible ensuites. You have some entry-level homes, maybe in the single-family range of $350,000 to $450,000, but the majority, like I said, the majority of the single families that you're going to be seeing in this area, $450,000 to $550,000. There's ones above that in $600,000 and $700,000 range, and there are some true masterpieces in the area above $900,000 up in the $1.2, $1.3 million range. All right, Dan, that's great. Single family, don't need it, don't need parking. Just want a place that's highly walkable, and I don't want to take care of the outside. Condos are going to range between 1 and 2 bedrooms, 1 and 2 baths. Obviously, there are ones above that, but the average in the area is probably going to start around $200,000, $220,000 up to about $300,000. Obviously, there are price points above this. So there are $1 million or near $1 million condos in the area. Don't forget that you do have condo fees attached to that. But hey, if you want to live in this amazing area and not have to take care of the exterior, the roof, if you want access to a pool, if you want to pay, you know, the association to cover the landscaping, all that kind of stuff, you're going to pay for it. Couple things to pay attention to with these old homes. You have knob and tube that could be in there. If it is active, you may need to check with your insurance provider before making the purchase to make sure it can be covered. In this hot market right now, it's going to be very difficult to ask for a seller to replace that. It can be kind of pricey, but you'll need to budget for that further down the line if you have to ignore it at the beginning to win the home and then move on and fix it on a little bit later on down the road. Another thing to mention here would be flood zones. A lot of Norfolk has flood zones all throughout. There are definitely streets that are more well known to flood than others. Make sure you get that flood elevation certificate before you make that purchase to know what you're getting yourself into. There's homes in the Belvedere area that are absolutely gorgeous. They are in a flood zone, but hey, people move in there and they put up with it because it's just super desirable and absolutely gorgeous place to live. Lastly, I'll mention traffic and parking. Like I said earlier, it's an old city. It's not built around tons of traffic. So you can kind of even see behind me, maybe Sean will do a pan shot here. You know, you got to find parking where you can. There are some spots where you can pay for parking. Let's say you're in a condo building, you might have to pay for an extra parking spot, but probably be worth considering. All right, so what's nearby? Just about everything. We have Centera and CHKD. There are lots of doctors and medical people that in the medical field that live around the area because they want to be able to have a really short commute. Lots of people from downtown choose to live over here. You can literally bike or you can drive to work. It's not that far, and it gives you a little bit more space than downtown. You have all of South Collie and 21st Street shopping, tons of boutique, small one-off places to go. Texture of Ghent is a great little option that has lots of small gifts from local vendors and mostly handmade stuff. You've got Cold Press Cafe. You have Alkaline, which is a ramen place. We've got the Pendulum Butcher Shop. Dylan is a great chef and does great work there with locally sourced beef and pork and eggs and that type of thing. Green Onion, fantastic French cuisine. Took my mom there for Mother's Day, so nice little treat there. If you're looking for a phenomenal latte or cappuccino, Cafe Stella is a fantastic option. And then you have Cure down or in the Freemason area, technically in downtown, but it's really just a small walk over there. And then, like I would say, I've said it in other videos, and I've also said to my friends, you don't really have friends if they know about Hanson Biscuit and haven't told you about it. Hanson Biscuit is this sweet potato biscuit place with fried chicken and gravy. The Hell Fitzgerald is an amazing sandwich. Sean and I actually have been there several times together when we're doing shoots. It is fantastic food. One of the other things I think to potentially notate specifically about Norfolk and Ghent is there are tons of like secondhand stores, consignment shops, antique stores, places that renovate furniture like the Industrial Cottage that we've done an interview with. Norfolk, you know, it's just centric to what, like I said, the kind of an old world, old city vibe, and we have lots of stores to support that. Lastly, I mean, obviously everybody needs groceries. So you have the Harris Teeter, which is just, you know, I can throw a Frisbee from here and probably hit it. Then you have Aldi on 21st Street, which is kind of like your staples and, you know, discount like grocer. And then you have Fresh Market, which is kind of your upscale boutique grocery store, which specializes in some weird quinoa that I don't know the the name of it. Obviously I'm stumbling on my words for it. They do have a really good chocolate section. You know, the old school ones where you go in and like you lift it open and scoop it out and put it in bags. It's that style, and that's really, really good. I think, have I missed anything, Sean? Do you think about the Ghent area?
No, I don't think so. Just you're close to MacArthur.
Yeah, MacArthur Mall, the Scope. Yeah, it's super centrally located. It's very easy. You could live here. The beach really, all the way down to the ocean front, is only a 25-30 minute drive. If you don't want to drive that far, you've got Ocean View 15 minutes away. You're 15 minutes from the airport. You are 10-15 minutes from Military Circle, which has like Sam's Club and Costco, if you like to go and get bulk stuff there.
No Sam's Club.
We don't have a Sam's Club?
Not in military, no.
Oh, well, there you go. Correction. No Sam's Club, but Costco, which is really where it's at anyway, so who cares, right? But yeah, hey, let me know down below. Did I miss anything about Ghent? There's so much that goes on here. It's impossible to put it all into one video. If you disagree with me, go down, let me know in the comments. If I've done my job properly, I've earned that like, hit that like button down below. Let me know what we're putting out you enjoy. And if you do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified when new content like this drops on Mondays and Fridays. As much as we like making these videos, we'd love to serve you and your family on your real estate needs. I work on the real estate side, my wife works on the mortgage side, and we help people make that process as smooth and painless and easy as possible. All of our contact information should be below, if not, maybe right here. And we'd love to hear from you. Our team is the ones that respond to that, and we look forward to hearing from you and serving your family. Take care.